Dry land never looked so good, did it, Artie?
I'm telling you.
Oh, right on. California with a pricey new ad campaign to push Obamacare. The Golden State facing a mountain of debt, getting more than $1 million, close to $1.4 million, of federal money for the ad campaign aimed at getting more people to sign up for its health care exchange. The centerpiece, an 8-hour live web stream that featured Richard Simmons and a few others. Have you seen this?
Get covered.
These moves are telling us something.
They are. I think they're saying be flexible about your health insurance options. Get covered. Hashtag
COVERED.
get
Covered for
covered.
you and me.
I feel healthy already, don't you? Doug Schoen, former advisor to President Clinton. Mary Catherine Ham, HotAir.com editor-at-large, both are Fox News contributors. Good morning to both of you. Mary Catherine, you can't make this stuff up. Almost $1.4 million, and what did they get for it?
Yeah, for the record, I wanted to perm my hair this morning and wear a sweatband and just do calisthenics because that is the way to move a message to the young people of America, but makeup insisted on this more traditional look. But look, Richard Simmons for $1 million, it sounds like they might have overpaid for him, although I don't think they technically paid him. It's mostly putting this great stream together. But like, really, is this how we're reaching young invincibles? And this to me is like the sort of underlying issue of Obamacare. So many things have gone wrong that this is sort of an afterthought, that they've spent all these millions of dollars on marketing something that in many cases people can't even sign up. Like in Oregon, they spent some $3 or $4 million on these silly TV ads that were for nothing because 3 or 4 months in, literally no people had been able to sign up on their exchange.
It's a great point. I mean, the marketing budgets for these companies, it's enormous. Richard Simmons was not paid, by the way. And we like Richard Simmons. Doug, I just, to MK's point, is this going to get you to sign up?
Well, it might get somebody my age to sign up, but the problem is not people my age, but people closer to Mary Catherine's age. And from what I remember, Richard Simmons was an exercise guru in the 80s when a lot of people who were at risk of not signing up weren't even born. So I think this is bad marketing. Mary Catherine's right. It's a bad use of money. And ultimately, it underscores the real problems with Obamacare. I wish the president had talked about fixing Obamacare in the State of the Union with the Republicans rather than more government expenditures.
As a Democrat, you wanted that, right, Doug?
Absolutely. I think that's right, reasonable, and responsible.
MK, you didn't get that, though, the other night, did you?
No, and I'm with Doug. I think that would have been a very cool State of the Union to say, look, we messed this up and we're going to spend the next year, instead of dreaming bigger and taking on more things we're not good at, we're going to fix this. Now, I think he would have been applauded for that, but that's not what we got. And I think as this goes forward, we're going to have a lot more advertising budgets sort of blowing through the roof and
you're
not signing up a lot of people.
Had he gone before $33 million the other night and sold the idea, perhaps he'd get some Democrats that are a little squishy on this idea behind him, too. Well, back to California.
Maybe if he had Richard Simmons behind him at the podium.
Well, we like Richard, but we're not quite sure this is going to do the trick, right? Covered California, right? You know how much money they spent between 2012 and 2013 on marketing?
Millions and millions.
$74.2 million going to PR. Mary Catherine, when you have to spend that kind of money, what does it say about health insurance? What does it say about health care?
Well, I mean, part of the problem is that they're trying to attract people who right now are not spending a lot of money on health care and asking these young people who don't spend a lot of money on going to the doctor, even those who were pro-Obamacare are saying, ooh, that is a huge chunk of change to be biting off at this point in my life, and I don't feel like I need to pay that much money. So the bar is very high for convincing people to jump into this thing, and frankly, the government does a lot of things clumsily and spends a lot of money on not a lot of bang for their buck, and so this is another instance of that.
And by the way, Doug, that PR budget for the next year, 2014, was increased by $28 million.
No, I know.
Same question. What does it say when you're spending that much to sell your ideas?
It says that you have an unsellable idea, and if you try to increase the budget without fixing the program, you're doomed to fail.
You're not wearing those red leotards today, are you?
Not me.
I don't. Happy Friday, Doug. Mary Catherine.
Happy
Friday to
you.
Our
love
as well.
to Richard.
Yes.
Indeed. 20 minutes past. Arthel, what's next?
I'm not sure what just happened there because I was watching those moves. What was that? I was a little distracted.